IGN, how y'all doing, by the way? I'm hyped for this game. I already got my pre-order. I'm gonna play it day one and download it, play it day one till I beat it. Now, unfortunately, YouTube don't allow blood, so I'm not finna edit no blood out. I don't have any of that. I don't care. YouTube, fight me anyway. Now during the gameplay, I'm gonna cut the blood off. But I'm all time when I fully beat the game, I'm gonna go back, turn the blood on, and play by myself. Of course, I'm gonna replay it. Why would I not? Here's my review of Spider-Man. Spider-Man PS4, Chef's Kiss. Spider-Man Miles Morales, Chef's Kiss. Spider-Man 3, no, wait. Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, Chef's Kiss. I love that game. Spider-Man 2 had a lot of criticisms. I understand why. I had some too. I gotta give you that. I had some too. But let's see what IGN got for us. Is this a Wolverine game? Does this game look GOATY to you? Does it look good? Or is it trash? Let's find out together, shall we?
If Insomniac has proved anything over the last 8 years, it's that they know how to make a hell of a superhero game. Spider-Man remains one of the PlayStation 4's defining action games, and a shining example of open world design, as are both of its follow-ups. Now they're looking to replicate that magic with Wolverine, albeit this time as a traditional, linear AAA action game. I got to play about 2.5 hours at a recent preview event, and while my impressions are mostly glowingly positive, I did come away with a few questions and concerns.
I want to know the concern. That's what I want to know.
Make this quick! It's been 48 hours since Essex was captured.
Yeah.
We may already be too late.
Right from the start of my demo, it was very clear that this is a very different kind of Wolverine story than what I was used to. The X-Men haven't been formed yet. Wolverine, Sabretooth, and Mystique are all buds and part of a 3-person task force known as Team X, and they're all led by a not yet sinister-looking man named Nathaniel Essex, who also serves as their mentor and someone looking to help mutants everywhere. That puts them in direct opposition with the mutant-hating Boulevard Trask. And the very first mission of the game has Team X setting out to rescue their mentor from his clutches. It didn't take long after picking up the controller for me to pop out my claws, leap 20 feet towards a poor sap, and ventilate his body with 6 holes. My first reaction to the combat in Wolverine was very simply, yeah, this is exactly what I want a Wolverine game to feel like. Combat is fast, vicious, and brutal, even if it is fundamentally similar to what Insomniac has already done with Spider-Man.
Yo. You gonna hit me with an ad though, IGN? You gonna hit the boy with an ad though? Nah, go back.
Much like how Spider-Man was able to zip around the battlefield with his webs, Logan can use a gap-closing leap attack to instantly get right up in the face of an enemy, and then proceed to shred them up with a basic melee claw combo, or a powerful kick that can break shields and knock enemies back. That kick ends up being one of the most defining aspects of Wolverine's combat, as you can use it to both knock enemies off cliffs or into walls, and once they're stunned against a wall, you can utilize a highly damaging barrage attack that will generally defeat an enemy right away. On the defensive side, Wolverine is a parry-driven game, so you'll always need to have your finger hovering over that L1 button, ready to press it on a split second's notice, because enemies do not wait around for their turn. They are very aggressive, and while the fodder baddies can be dispatched fairly easily, most of the cybernetically enhanced ones have very sturdy defenses that strongly encourage you to parry their attacks in order to open them up. Wolverine also has access to a variety of special moves by holding down L2 and pressing a face button, which are generally reserved for stronger attacks that either do big single-target damage, deal damage spread out over an area around Wolverine, grant him a limited time buff, etc. These special moves are all tied to individual cooldowns rather than a resource that builds up over the course of combat. The one resource that you do have to keep an eye on is Wolverine's Rage, which is gained simply by dealing damage and killing enemies, but slowly diminishes when you're not actively slicing and dicing. It's a mechanic meant to encourage all-out aggression, which feels very on-brand for Wolverine. There are 3 tiers of Rage that you can unlock by filling up the meter. The first tier is by default and doesn't really come with any benefits. Once you reach tier 2 though, you gain extra damage on your combo finishers, and
my
most
God,
importantly, you're able to go into Last Stand when you lose all of your health. This was a neat way to
New
incorporate
generation.
Logan's healing factor into the combat design by making it so that as long as Wolverine has a bar of rage in the tank, he can essentially come back from the dead, trading in his rage meter for health. If he goes down without a full bar of rage to spare though, it's game over and back to the last checkpoint for you. At rage tier 3 though is where the party starts. Once he hits that rage threshold, the background turns gray, the enemies get highlighted in red, and all of Wolverine's attacks do dramatically increase damage, with most weaker enemies being executable immediately. This lets you throw caution to the wind and just tear apart entire groups of enemies in quick order. It is quite simply the epitome of the Wolverine power fantasy.
Hungry mother. Yo.
My overall impression of combat based on what I played is that it's all fundamentally sound, very satisfying, and does a great job of evoking the spirit of Wolverine. But at the same time...
Before I let you continue, sir, yo, YouTube finna have a field day with it. YouTube finna have a field day with it. As soon as you drop your gameplay and you show a little blood, demonetize. I promise you. Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all, you can show game, you can show the blood here because you're not playing the game, you're watching it. There's a difference. But if you're playing it, and you're a big YouTuber, like the big guys, like Corey Kenshin, or a Max a Million, or Steve Reacts, those guys, or Tyrone Magnus, those big gamer guys, bro, they gonna have YouTube gonna slap a field. They gonna have a field day with this. And I'm glad I ain't big yet, but I know I'm gonna have a problem with it. So I'm gonna have to turn the blood off myself. So I ain't big yet, but I don't want no problem with the big unit. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, you know what I'm saying? Like
It felt like it was missing an element of creativity that I always look for in an action game. One of the joys of Spider-Man's combat, for example, was all the fun things that you can do that weren't necessarily...
Okay, I'm gonna counter what he said. Okay, so they're worried that he's not gonna have that many variety of different combos. Is that what they're talking about? Like he's gonna have a specific way he slashes you, and that's it. Is that your concern? I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the more we get into the game, the more we be able to, like, I guess, what's the one I'm looking for? What's the one I'm looking for? What's the one? Oh, variety combo. I think he's going to have a variety of combos. I don't think he's just going to have just a standard, you press 2 buttons and then boom, a combo. I hope not. But I can kind of see why that could happen. He's not Spider-Man. He's not jumping across the screen and he's not doing all of that. But, you never know. Also, I love Rob.
Necessarily the optimal way of clearing out a combat encounter, but allowed you to break away from the monotony of just punch, parry, punch, parry, parry, etc. You could bounce off walls, mantle over enemies, slide under them, web them up, take away their weapons, swing them around, launch them up for an air combo, knock them away, pull them back, etc. Wolverine mostly just angrily stabs things. And while he is the best there is at what he does, I did wish that what he does offered a bit more variety.
Maybe it will.
We don't need
Maybe it will.
Never did.
Listen,
now, to be fair, there are some fun ways that Insomniac encourages you to use the environment to your advantage. Like kicking an enemy into a forklift is always a good time. And there are occasional team-ups that organically feature combination attacks between you and your partner, much like what was seen in Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales. But on a base level, I do have some concerns about how Wolverine's combat will remain engaging throughout the entire campaign.
I get the concerns. I get it, though. If you don't want to just keep on, you don't want to just see him just slash through every enemy so easily. I get it. You don't want to just slash, parry. You want them to do other things. You want them to be creative with the combat. We don't want to just stab every enemy for death. We want you to be smart. I get it. I don't think it's gonna be like that, but I get what you're saying.
certainly possible for that depth to be uncovered as I get deeper into the game. There is, after all, a skill tree with a variety of techniques and special moves that I only really scratched the surface of, along with adaptation points that can be spent on a variety of character upgrades. My hope is that those later upgrades and skills add some extra flavor to Wolverine's combat and aren't just more powerful techniques that scale his strength to meet the increased difficulty of later enemies and bosses.
Playing on iPhone?
Come on,
now you can play Unlocked
I'm
with Google Play Games on
Premium,
PC. Unlock rewards.
Shut up. I don't care about you.
Interestingly, the thing that impressed me the most about Wolverine was actually the direction of the story. You've got Wolverine on a team with Mystique and Sabretooth during a time before the forming of the X-Men, with the addition of Jean Grey and Nathaniel Essex as two people that are very important to Wolverine, but also have two very different worldviews. These are all very combustible elements in play, and I'm excited to see where it all goes. Doubly so due to the fact that it's written by Walt Williams of Spec Ops and Line fame, who is one of the best video game writers in the business. Thus far, the performances have been excellent as well. Liam McIntyre's portrayal of Wolverine is very grounded and paints the picture of a man bottling up a lot of anger and pain, but still has that rough edge and ruthless aggression that fans expect from the character.
So angry.
You gotta talk to Essex.
I only got to see a little bit of Troy Baker's Nathaniel Essex, but so far, it's shaping up to be yet another memorable and nuanced performance in his stacked resume.
You came back.
I got to see different sides of both Mystique and Sabretooth than what I'm used to.
But you ain't ever coming back.
And I'm very much looking forward to seeing where Nicole Pacent and Brett Gibson take their respective characters.
Find Essex yet?
Oh, I found something already.
While much of the demo was spent with Wolverine snarling, growling, and prowling as he found new baddies to stick his claws into, there was one notable section that was much more quiet and subdued, and actually ended up being my favorite stretch of gameplay. In it, Wolverine wanders through Lowtown, which is a bit of a safe haven for mutants to congregate. I was able to strike up conversations with fellow mutants, engage in some not-so-friendly arm wrestling with Sabretooth, play a revealing game of Never Have I Ever with Mystique, and even find a handful of Easter eggs tucked away. It was a welcome reprieve from all the action, and I hope that there are more moments like this where I get to learn more about the characters that inhabit the world.
I just needed some space.
Visual.
From everything.
What's that one actor? She like the. She got her first. There you go.
Overall, I walked away from my time with Wolverine impressed, but not thoroughly blown away. It's clear that Insomniac is still holding a lot of cards close to its chest with regards to the story, and that's the element that has proved to be the most interesting to me so far. Combat absolutely nails the spirit of Wolverine and is very fundamentally sound, but leaves me with some questions as to how it will hold up over the course of the entire campaign.
I understand what you're saying.
We'll see how it all pans out when Wolverine releases on PlayStation 5 on September 15th. For more recent previews, make sure to check out our IGN First coverage of Control Resonant. And for everything else, keep it here on IGN.
So far, no problems. I don't got no complaints. It looked good. I get what he was saying. You don't want Wolverine to just have a certain variety of moves and even with the combos. You don't have to get a variety of that. And I get it. Let Insomniac cook. The game ain't even out yet. You just played a glimpse of it. You didn't play the full game. Like you don't really know what its combat will really be in the full game. But you never know. Is it a problem for me? No, not really. I just hope the game is good. That's all I want. I just want a good game. But let me know down in the comments below for your reaction. And if you hype for Wolverine, let me know. And I'm gonna see you on the next reaction, which is coming up actually in a minute. So yeah, more videos coming for y'all. Don't worry, we're only about to music reactions, but I have to get these videos out. We'll get it.